Hey YouTubers, this is Larry Joe with Guitars and Cards. Hey, today I have my DIME Razorback V. This is the second year, 2007. It's a great guitar. It's beautiful. It had a licensed Floyd Rose on it. I don't know why Dean went to these. I had a Dime from Hell with the lightning bolt the first year, and it had the same licensed tremolo. These were like probably mid-tier guitars at the time, so I don't know why Dean would go to the license, because it was absolutely a piece of crap. The one I had on my Dime from Hell, the nut snapped up here, and I just had all these problems. So first thing I did when I bought it was replace it with a Floyd Rose 1000, which is what I have in there now. I had one that I was using in different guitars as needed, and I figured this was like perfect. So you got the black body with the silver pinstripe around it. That's really, really cool. It's a mahogany body, it's a mahogany neck, and you got a rosewood fingerboard. 22 frets, not 24, 22 frets. The neck profile, the neck itself is like shaped like a bow or V, which it has no problems with my hands. I have no problems with it like I did the Harley Benton EX84, but like I said, it's like a V shaped. It's almost like a V shaped, so it's interesting. It comes with the Seymour Duncan dime bucker. I still have that in there, and a normal Dean neck pickup. They have the tape in there, and for the volume knob, you can see they took the little, I guess they took a soldering iron or whatever and burned out 1 through 10 on this sucker. You got a 3-way switch and a 1-tone. And you can see they put the plug right on the front. It's to me, it's reminiscent. It's like the old Gibson V's, and maybe that's the problem that Dean has. Anyways, you can see at the top it says DIME Razorback, and yeah, it's a great guitar. What else about it? Yeah, there's the back. It's made in Korea, so you can see that, which is really good. Like I said, the quality on these guitars is really high, obviously, except for the tremolo systems. I'd been looking for one of these because I remember about a year after they started becoming popular, I saw these on some of the guitar magazine stuff, so I'm thinking that looks like really cool, because you have the normal Razorback that's got the little thing here. It's got these with these hook things, but it's got this little piece like an ML but modified, which I'm sure that was Dime's design, and this was probably his design too. Anyways, I remember those were popular, but I'm like, that's okay. I like the MLs, but I didn't like the Razorbacks so much. But when the Vs came out, I thought, that's cool. And I really like Vs, so I was looking for them in the old days, but I didn't like the licensed tremolo that it had in it, so I didn't touch it. There was the next year after that, they did the explosion graphics, and they had an EMG 81 and 85, It was the 255 one. The 255 one was like the second, I think it was the second or third year of these. And they had it, like I said, EMG 80, 81, and 85. And they were called the 255 because this is, I think the scale length is 24 and 3/4, and you got the 22 frets. That one was the 255. It was the longer, it was longer in the, it was the 255 profile for the neck, if I can remember it correctly. But it had 24 frets, not 22. I guess when you make it longer, you can throw those extra 2 frets on there. I guess a lot of guys were maybe complaining about that. I don't know. But like I said, it had EMGs. And I thought that was awesome. And I almost got one. And I just didn't like the licensed tremolo. Whenever they go to licensed tremolo instead of what it should be, and it's not Ibanez, the Edge, or like the 90s, the early 90 tremolos, it's junk. It's not worth having. That's why when I got it, first thing I did is I took it out, and I was like, I'm not going to sit and fight with it like I did with the Dime from Hell. But yeah, I didn't get it then, but I was looking for years and years and years for a good price on this puppy. And then, I don't know, about a month and a half ago, right after I fractured my elbow, I was online and I saw one of these. I saw this, and it came with a DIME case, and it was like $550, and I'm like, I just stopped. I was in the car, and I'm like, the case is like $100 in itself. If you ever tried buying any kind of V or special cases, that's just $100 solid. So I'm like, $100, and you got this guitar, 2007 model, first or second year. I'm not for sure, but I'm like, it's got this. I would like to have the explosion graphics, but I think it's a good deal. And I bought it, and they sent it to me in the case, and I think it was at $500. These usually you can find these between $8 and $1,000. I think that's close to what it was when it first came out too, depending on where you got them through and how you got them. But I was thinking it was a little bit cheaper than it should be, and then I got it, and I started messing around with it, and I saw that it wasn't working. None of the pickups were working, and I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this thing? Usually when you get a guitar and it's not working, you hear no sound or anything, usually the culprit is not the pickups themselves. Usually the culprit is the input jack. So I changed out the input jack. That's easy. It's just 2 wires. These are not active pickups. They're passive. And so I changed out the input jack, and it didn't change it. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I started going through the 3-way and hitting it, and then one of them worked. Like the neck pickup worked, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I'm like, you know what? I have 3-way switches. I have tons of extra crap, so I actually did have another 3-way switch. So I just set it on top of it, right next to the other one, unsolder one, solder where it should be, unsolder one. Why make it difficult? Why take it all apart just for that? So I just left it next to it, unsolder, unsolder, unsolder. As soon as I got it out, popped it through, put the screw on it, worked. And I'm like, that's probably why they dropped the price, is because whenever there's any problems with electronics, sometimes the different companies, or the different, you know, the Reverb and Guitar Center and eBay and everything, whenever there's electronic stuff, they don't always want to fix it. A lot of times they're like, you know, just put it out there and see what we can get for it. So I saw it. I knew if there was any problems for that price, I'd probably be able to fix it, as long as it wasn't structural issues like breaks or anything in the neck. That's the worst for me. The potty's not a big deal. In fact, if you'll see, it's got some damage to the tip there, and I have no problems with that. But yeah, a little bit, but not too much. Little dings here and there, but for the price, I think it's a good deal. Yeah, I think it's a really good deal, and it was an easy fix, but it isn't always the case. So for used guitars, I've said it in one of my other videos, for the used guitars, sometimes you got to watch out. Unless you can fix it, if there's any problems, you know, consider it. But at the same time, the internet and YouTube and everything has so much resources, way more than like early 90s, when I was heavily getting into guitars. There was no YouTube. There was barely an internet. It pretty much wasn't an internet until the mid 90s. So like I said, right now you have all the resources. You could do whatever you want, really. If you put your mind to it and you want to fix something, you got a great guitar for a good price, and it just is changing out the three-way switch, that should be pretty easy for you. All you have to do is look it up and find it. Like I said, I don't like making things difficult. I like making them as easy as possible. So what I do is I take, if I'm replacing one of the pots, only one, not the whole electronics and everything, I put the new one right next to it, unsolder one, put it where it should go in the new one, unsolder the other one, put it where it should go in the new one. So right next to each other. That way it's real easy. I don't like making things difficult. I don't think I have the intelligence to really mess with all the difficult parts and everything. That's why when I get when I do put EMGs in guitars, and I do have a video that someday I'm going to put out there for that one, for the BC Rich there. The quick connect is just the easiest, but sometimes you run into problems. It's not so easy. All right, I've been talking a lot. Obviously, I haven't replaced these with 81s and 85s. I haven't had a chance. Most of my money is going into the different new guitars. I wasn't expecting this when it came out, or when it was available on the website. I was like, I have to get it, and I told my wife. She's like, Dad, just get it. If you don't see it very often, just get it, and I did. So, but this is a great guitar. I'll get around to changing out the pickups. I know I will. These sound pretty good. I mean, you can get DIME squeals pretty good, but I really like the EMGs. And playing through this, it sounds good, but it's missing something. And anyone that really likes EMGs, you know what it's missing something. Anyways, let me go through it, and then I'll end this, okay? Let's kick it in a little. Yeah, that's all I know of any of DIME stuff, but I'll do some pick squeals and some harmonic squeals. I don't know how he makes it right at that fret right there. That's not really a harmonic. It's right there. Can't always get that one. But in the videos, you'll see he'll just tear on it. Just. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that like he does it. Well, he did it. Anyways. not bad. Not bad. This is pretty good. That Floyd Rose 1000 really makes it go. And I know you guys are going to be like, why change the pickups, man? This sounds good. When you were playing, it sounded pretty good. You know, I don't want to gaslight myself, you know. I want to keep playing, but this thing's already starting to get a little bit long here. It's a great guitar. It'll make a nice addition to my collection. Whenever I get new guitars, I'm trying to put them out there for you, because some of these guitars that I haven't seen in a long time, and I've been like dying for them. I try to get them. This is definitely one of the coveted one. This is not an easy find. You can find it, but it's not so easy to find it for like under like a grand or so. So I thought it was a great deal. Switch to pickup. It's good, man. It's definitely good. You heard me playing it. Yeah. Subscribe if you want. It's cool. You know, you don't have to, but please leave me a comment. How many other people that put out, any of the YouTubers that put out video content like I do, reply? Not very many of them, even if they only have like 220 or so subscribers, like me. But I want to know what you guys say. Obviously, I freaking talk a lot, so whatever you guys say, let me know, and I'll reply back to it. I'll heart it, I'll thumbs up it. Hit the bell if you want to know notification for the next one. If you want to do the dislike, that's up to you, man. It's all good, but tell me why. Throw a comment in there. If you're not, you just, you know, you kind of being chicken shit about it, you know? Don't troll. Don't troll. Be honest. Be who you are. Be who you are. That's what's important. And that's what I've learned over the years in my life. I'm not a great guitarist, but I think I'm pretty good, and I'm trying to get better all the time, whether I'm succeeding at it or not. Anyways, yeah, leave a comment, and I won't say anything more about that, and it's already starting to get late. My next video is going to be this. I did a video on this guitar. This is the BC Rich Warlock Special Edition. You can see it's got the neck that goes through and then bolts under the pickups. I changed out the pickups and stuck EMGs in it. The other ones were not good, and I stuck a kill switch on that sucker. So I'm going to record this right after I finish this one. That way I can knock these puppies out. Anyways, thanks for your time, and have a good night. If I can get this thing going. I'm going to turn it off. Turn it back on.